I have a couple of questions. Basically, I'm starting something on my channel, which was like, interviewing some content creators. I think you already know that, but I wanted to start like a little series with it. So, I decided to ask you first. So, anyways, at what age did you decide to start acting?
Did I decide to start?
Yeah.
Well, I always loved acting as a kid, but this year I decided to start. So at like 13 years old, I'm 14 now, but I started after I posted that one acting video. I was like, you know what, I'm going to just start doing this because people liked it.
Yeah.
And then I just fell in love with it. Yeah. So I started at...
Do you like Millie Bobby Brown or Jenna Ortega better?
Millie, for sure. Jenna's really, she's cool, but no one can really top Millie's acting. It's just incredible how she does it.
Yeah, and also your channel is kind of like based on like Stranger Things and a bunch of other stuff too, but mostly Stranger Things.
Yeah, I post way too much about Stranger Things, but I mean, like, my shirt even says Stranger Things on it,
yeah,
so.
It's backwards. I have a poster right there.
Yeah.
Were your parents, like, I can't say this word, but skeptical about letting you act and have a channel at first?
So, for the channel part, they weren't really skeptical about that. They were a little worried because I was, like, 7 years old when I started it. And because it started in 2015 when I was 7. And like, I told my mom, because I was like, oh, I want to be a good YouTuber. And so I told her, I said, hey, Mom, can I start my own YouTube channel? She's like, what are you going to post? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, you're 7 years old. I'm like, okay. I want to post, like mukbangs and food trying and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, I had, like, little fish gummy. I was like, oh, yeah, like, I've never had this before.
Yeah.
I lied. But they were a little skeptical. They were kind of worried because I was showing my face on the internet and stuff. But they were like, oh, it's fine. And now they don't care at all. But the acting part, my hair's in my face. They were a little worried about it. They were like, are you sure you want to get in this industry? You're going to get a lot of hate. It's going to be really hard for you. Acting's not easy. I'm like, I know, but I want to do it. And they're like, okay, we'll let you do it. And you're not dropping out because it's a lot of money. Because I had to have to do that. But I'm not quitting that. But they're okay with it. So
yeah. What's your favorite movie or show that you have played in?
That I've played in?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really been in anything yet. But if I could be in a movie, I would. Well, there was one movie and it was in my head and then I lost it.
It's okay.
Come back to me. Enola Holmes would be really cool to be in.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, I was like, I want to be in Stranger Things. She's like, you would be really good in Enola Holmes. I'm like, I'm not British. She's like, well, you can do the accent. I'm like,
I would not do a British accent for like a whole 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I can do it really easily, but it's just, but I think this movie that I'm going to be in, that's coming out in like 2024, that should be really fun. I don't know what time period it's supposed to be in, like, but it's kind of like Stranger Things. That's cool. A little bit. Because this is the only stuff I can really say about the show. I mean, movie. And then same thing, just longer. So I'm playing, me and my acting best friend, Allie. I don't know why I put it over here like she's there. But we're best friends, and we are going to be playing best friends in this movie.
And
we're these girls who like to play video games a lot, and then we like walk outside and we see this lady walking her dog, and we're like, oh, everything's normal, everything's perfectly fine today. And, like, all of a sudden, the dog, like, glitches out. The dog's, like, gone.
Oh.
And we're just confused. We're like, what is happening? And that's when we figure out we're in the metaverse. That's why it's called the metaverse.
That's super
and
cool.
kind of like a parallel universe, like the Upside Down metaverse. And then there's a possibility that I might have superpowers in the movie, and I'm going to have the same ones that Eleven had. And so I'm really excited about that. Kind of freaked out, but
that sounds really cool, though.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah, since you love Stranger Things so much, I feel like it'd probably be like I feel like I could see you playing something in that.
Yeah, I mean, my friends were like, oh, you should be in Stranger Things. I'm like, it's not that easy. I'm just going to walk in there like, hey, Duffers, hire me. All right, you're hired. It doesn't work like that.
Like, you can't just walk in and be like, okay, I'm an actor here now. This is where I am.
Yeah, this is my place now. Thank you.
Like, bye.
They're like, oh, you should audition for it. I'm like, I can't just, like, walk in and be like, okay, I'm going to audition for this. Oh, you got the role. I didn't do anything. I don't care. You got the role.
Like, somebody has to call you. I'm pretty sure somebody has to call you, right?
Yeah, it's a callback. That's what it's called. But, yeah, I'm excited for it. Kind of nervous. I was just talking to my mom about it earlier. I was like, hey, Mom, when we go to Hollywood next year to film, my voice cracked. Oh, my gosh. When we go to Hollywood next year to film, because it's in, like, L.A. or something. I don't know. I've never been there. And she said, yeah, what about it? I said, can we, like, get me, like, a bunch of really cool outfits and just, like, explore the place before filming? She's like, why do you want to do that? I'm like, because I want to feel famous. She was like, okay.
I saw one of your community posts that was like, if you saw me in real life, how would you react to me? And I put down this little question a few days ago. It was like, have you ever had any fans come up to you in real life?
I have, actually, and it was a pretty cool experience. My first time is when sorry, my hair's on my face, I have to move it. It was when I was, like, probably just turned 12, and I had only had, like, 2,000 subscribers at the time, but I was like, oh, I'm so famous. I have 2,000.
I know.
I was like, oh, I'm all that. Everybody knows me. And so I'm in Dollar General with my mom, and I saw these girls, and I was like, maybe they watch me because they were, like, my age. And I did gotcha life at the time. So I went up to them. I said, hey, do you watch this girl? And my name at the time was, like, Miraculously Live or something. And I said, hey, do you watch Miraculously Live? They're like, oh, yeah, she's my favorite YouTuber. I was like, I'm her. I was like, oh. Favorite, you say? And they go, oh, yeah, wait, what? I said, yeah, I'm her. They're like, no, you're not. And I showed them, like, I just, like, showed my, hi, Millie. I, like, showed them, like, I showed my profile. They're like, oh, my gosh, that is you. This is crazy. And they're like, I need a picture of you. I was like, okay. And it was kind of weird at the time, but I was like, okay, this is really cool. It was really nice. But so far, no one has really come up to me except for, like, people at my school, because I wanted to be the Stranger Things girl, like, as 11 and stuff.
Yeah.
Couple days before my birthday, and I'm, like, just leaning on my chair, like, a week after I found out I got the role. I'm just leaning on my chair in chapel, waiting for worship time to start, just chilling, and I feel like someone's behind me. I'm like, what the heck? I turn over, these 2 5th-grade boys are just staring up at me. I'm like,
like,
hello?
What are you doing?
Like, why are you staring at me? And they go, are you going to be in a movie? I'm like, how did they know? I just told my friends, like, 2 days ago. And it spread throughout the entire school. And there was, like, 250 students that go there. And when I told them, I was like, yeah, I am, actually. And his friend goes, see, I told you, she's famous. It's like, oh my gosh, here we go. This is the start. And he goes, can I get your autograph, please, please, please? I'm like,
where can I autograph it? Like,
okay.
We're in church.
I know. And, excuse me, we have, like, worship time before school starts, and it's at a church. And, like, there's rows of chairs, and, like, climbing all over them to go get their bag. And I was like, maybe they were just like joking. And I turn around and my friends are on the floor laughing. It's the funniest thing in the world. I'm like, get up. We're in chapel. Get up. And I go to see my friend that just arrived. And I was like, the weirdest thing just happened. These two boys came up and asked for my autograph. And I feel like somebody tapped my shoulder. And I look over and it's them. They're like, here's a pen and paper. I was like, okay. I signed it. And I gave it to them. They were like, thank you. I was like, you're welcome.
They probably were the happiest people ever that day.
Maybe. The weirdest things a fan has done is when I was at lunch and I was eating like chips or something. Mm-hmm. Literally just minding my own business with my friends. And my friend says, oh, can I have one? I said, sure. And those two boys walked up and one of them says, can I have one? I was like, no. Yeah.
Like, no. I would have been like, no, go away. It's my food. Get your own.
I was just like, I just wanted to be nice. So I was like, okay, sure. And then the other one goes, can I have one? I was like, why does everyone want chips from me? Laughing it off. And he goes, because you're a movie star. I was like, okay, just ran off. I was like, all right, bye.
That's like when someone brings Chick-fil-A to school.
Like, and they're like, everyone's like, oh, can I have some? And then there's that one kid that brags about it. Like, so full of diet cost. So just like, what did you get to eat? A PB&J? I got Chick-fil-A. Or McDonald's or something.
Did you expect this much, like, so you have 70K, and I think point something, I don't know, but, have you expected this much growth when you first started?
Definitely not. I was 7 at the time. I was like, I hope I get, like, 10 subscribers. I was, like, so excited, and when I finally hit, like, 20, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be famous.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy how much I've gotten. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of weird because I told one person, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm YouTube famous. I'm like, oh, how many subscribers? Like, 2 million? I was like, oh, no, 70,000. They're like, that's not famous. I was like, okay, how many subscribers do you have? They said, like, 50. I was like, that's not famous.
Honestly, I would have
They just mocked that. They're like, rude. I was like, that's what you get, mocking me.
Mm-hmm. Like,
okay, what do you care? Leave.
Like, if you're gonna be that rude, leave.
Like, there's the door.
There's the door.
There's 2 doors. There's 2 if you want to pick one. Just leave.
There's only one in my room.
Well, that's my closet, so.
My bed is in my closet.
Oh, that's a good idea. My bed would not fit in that.
I had double doors when we moved into here, and my parents just cleared the whole thing out and slid the bed in here.
Like, they were shoving you in the closet to sleep now.
Yeah. Except the doors would have to be, like, 10 feet from the whole bed.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was going to change the color. It's not working. That is too dark. No. Why? That is too dark. No. Why do you... That's just bright. Okay, we're just going to have to stick to white.
Okay. So, for Stranger Things, when, like, Eddie and stuff, did you think... So, you were, like, on YouTube, did you think the Eddie stands are, like, annoying?
Yes. I miss the old... I love Eddie. I think he's hilarious. I think he's funny. I'm sad that he died. It's the fans that annoy me. It's not Eddie. It's not his fault. It's the fans that annoy me. They're like all the time, like, hey, I'm like, can you stop? Like, I'll do that with my friend just like randomly just to be funny. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna like go all around like I love Eddie Munson. I love Eddie Munson. He's a hero. I'm like,
I'm not gonna go on YouTube and like post a whole video that's like.
Like, I miss the old fandom when they're like, oh, I love Mike and 11. Jason Hopper would be so cute. Yeah. Or, I love that they're all friends. I love how they play D&D. They're so nice. And now it's just like, oh, Steve is so cute. Oh, Eddie, I love him. Like, okay. I have a friend that does that. She's like, oh my gosh, I love Steve so much. I mean, I think Steve's cute. I think Eddie's cute. I think Billy's cute, okay?
No.
But I'm not gonna, like, wait, that's so wrong. I cosplay as 11. I think Billy's cute. He tried to kill me.
It's fine.
And he sacrificed himself for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, though. Wow, sorry. Oh my gosh. It's fizzy. I just opened a soda, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Whoa.
Yeah. This was before when we were supposed to interview before Christmas, but what was something that you really wanted for Christmas, but like if you got it or did you not get it?
So there were actually last year I really wanted an iPad, and I couldn't get it because I don't know, it didn't work out. But for my parents, I was like, Mom, Dad, I really want an iPad as my big Christmas gift this year because I always get like a ton of like extra little presents, but then I'd get one big thing.
Yeah, that's what I have.
And they're like, okay, well, money's tight. We can't even find an iPad right now. And I wanted an iPad mini, and it was like this much bigger than my phone.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we can't get that this year. I was like, okay. So I asked for, what did I ask for last year? Wait. Oh, a guitar. I asked for just like a regular acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And this year, I said, can I get an iPad? Because I didn't know what I wanted. She was like, no iPad this year. I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, what about an electric guitar? Because they're less expensive. And she was like, maybe. That's still expensive. I was like, all right. And I'm like, that was like the main thing I wanted. I wanted so bad. And I'm just chilling at my grandparents on Christmas Eve, and my uncle's there. And I'm like opening my gifts. I got a Stranger Things light bright that I really wanted, and so I was like playing with that.
I've seen those at Target.
Literally didn't see anybody behind me. And my uncle tapped me on the shoulder. I went, what? And he pointed behind me, and there was an electric guitar behind me. I was like, crap. What? He got it for me instead of my parents. And I looked over, and my mom's like videoing and everything. I'm like, how did I not see y'all? I wasn't even worried about the guitar then. I was like, what the heck?
Exactly. Like, we were opening presents, right? And my mom just, like, says, here's a suitcase, and hands it to me and my brother. And we open it, and then I'm just looking at, like, the swimsuit and all that I got. And she's surprised. And then I see, like, a little ticket. And it was, like, a ticket to a cruise. And I was like, and my brother didn't even realize until, like, 10 minutes later.
Wow. I'm going on a cruise in, like, February.
Yeah, I'm going January 31st through February 6th.
I don't know where we're going. I'm pretty sure we're just, like, going to Mexico, and that's it.
Yeah, we're going through Mexico.
Weird. Like, imagine we're just, like, we just appear on the exact same cruise, and we just run into each other. I know you.
I know you. We are going through Mexican and, like, the Cayman Islands, I think.
I swear that's where we're going. I don't know when in February. I don't know what type of cruise it is.
We're going on a Disney one.
I want to go on a Disney cruise. Take me with you.
I mean, we can just, like, scoot off my brother. He can go to school for a week.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But there was a weird question that somebody asked me. I was like, wait, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked me, and they're like, do you have any friends in real life like the Stranger Things people? I was like, what do you mean by Stranger Things people? Like the cast or the characters? I said, characters. I was like, weird you ask. Yes. My friend at school, my best friend at school, Maxine, that's her name, really weird. And she sounds like, it creeped me out because I talked to her. I said, hey, do you watch Stranger Things? Because she had a Stranger Things shirt on. That was a dumb question, though. I don't know why. Just like, hey, do you watch Stranger Things?
Oh, no, I watch Outer Banks. No.
Yeah. Like, somebody came up to me, like, I was in a full-on 11 costume. They said, hey, do you watch Stranger Things? I'm like,
no, I'm just cosplaying as some random 80s girl.
That's what I literally went, nah, never heard of it. Yes. Like, oh, I didn't notice. I was like,
honestly, people need comments.
Did you watch it? They're like, oh, no. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
You need some common sense.
He literally spoke, and I was like, whoa. Because she sounded identical to Sadie Sink.
That's weird.
It freaked me out. Oh my gosh, when I said, hey, do you watch Stranger Things? She says, oh yeah, I love Stranger Things. I was like, she went, what? I was like, you sound like Max. I'm just gonna leave now. She scared me so bad. And she was like, that was weird, because I thought you looked like 11. I was like, get that a lot. Like, constantly. She was like, really? Wait, how? I was like, I have YouTube. She's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, but, like, my friends at school refused to call me Olivia or Liv.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm Elle. And I have a friend named Nancy, and her last name is, like, Weezer instead of Wheeler. I was like, all right, creepy. But her name's Nancy Weezer, and she doesn't sound like Nancy, but she kind of looks like her, and she does act like her a lot.
I had some
it's really
last year be like, you have the Nancy haircut, because my hair was like short up here. And she was like, you have the Nancy haircut.
I want to cosplay Nancy in season 2, I think it was, like when she had like that little bob cut.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a Google verification code. For what? The heck? Then I have a girl at my school, and her name is Angela. Literally. And I'm trying to find... Where is it? Did I really not text her that much? And I totally did not put her name as Angela with roller skating. What he knows. But, like, I'm trying to find a good photo of her.
That is...
Yeah. It's creepy how, like, she looks like her, and she will act like I cosplayed Angela. I did it. I had to.
She could be the stunt double for Angela.
She really could, but she doesn't watch Stranger Things, which is, like, kind of shocking, but she was her at my party, and we, like, did the scene, like, with all the milkshake and stuff, or roller skate, yeah.
I think I saw that. I think I saw that video.
Yeah, but, I put her on my phone as Angela, and she'll role play with me as Angela and 11, but I'll just, like, I can't talk. I'll go up to her, I'll go, Angela, she'll go, Jane. And she promised me, she said, whenever you have a project that you do, like how 11 had it, when you're done, I should, like, throw it on the ground and step on it like she did. I was like, do it.
Do it.
The one time I wanted to get bullied, do it.
For real.
And I was like, okay, perfect. Let's do it.
That would be, like, the best little skit ever.
It would. And, oh my gosh, this is even more weird. So, Maxine, it's scary. Like, how much my life resembles Stranger Things. Because, like, I grew up in a lab sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that video of my story.
I did.
And stuff. He has an older brother named Billy.
I would be scared if I were you. I would just run.
Yeah. I literally FaceTimed her. And she said, Billy, stop. I was like, who's Billy? She said, my older brother. I was like, all right, I'm just going to leave now. I'm scared.
I swear, their parents probably knew.
He said, he's chasing me with a knife. I'm like,
oh my God.
Why? Okay, Billy. Wow. Scary.
Her parents were probably like, oh yeah, there's this show coming out in like 20 years tops or something. Or not 20 years, sorry.
Yeah, 20 years old.
Yeah. But there's this show coming out in like 14 years. Blah, blah, blah. Let's do something with our kids named Billy and Max. They're totally going to be characters that are on the show.
Totally. Mm-hmm. I love it.
But
yeah.
Yeah. If you were to have a meet and greet, would you have one?
Yes. I want to do that So, Allie's texting me. Leave me alone. You're on the plane. She's going to New York today.
Oh, that's cool.
I actually asked my mom, I said, hey, Mom, can I do a meet and greet? She said, where would you do it? I was like, I don't know, like a couple hours away from where we live so people don't know where we live.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, but you don't have a bodyguard, you don't have security. I was like, whoa, why do we need that?
Why would you?
Like, what if someone like, comes in and tries to take you? I'm like,
that's a little morbid.
I was like, I don't think that's going to happen. And plus, Dad's going to be here, and he's 6'3". And he's a house builder, too, so he's strong.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he could handle it. And then, like, at school, I have my friends, and they're like, so, like, since you're famous, do you have a bodyguard? I was like, no, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, okay, we'll be your bodyguard. So I have 4 bodyguards at school. But I would love to do a meet and greet. And when I made that post, I said, what would you do if you saw me in real life? And one person said, I would ask you to take me home with you. I was like, all right, come on, let's go.
All right. You're mine now.
So, like, all right, I'm going to take you to my house. You are my new sister. Let's go.
Yep.
But I would totally do one if I could. But I don't know where I could do it.
Yeah.
Just, like, rent out a hotel.
Yeah. Sorry. What's your favorite, like, video that you cosplayed, and what, like, the skit? What's your, like, favorite?
My favorite video that I made?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to have to find it. Sorry, Allie sent me something. Oh my gosh. There. That one. Because I fake cried, and I'm so proud of it.
Mm-hmm. I think, one of my favorites of yours, I can't really think of it right now, but it's one of the Wednesdays cosplays.
Yeah, those were fun. And they were so easy.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't, I couldn't blink. And I kid you not, my eyes, it looked like I was crying afterwards because my eyes were so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've had some of my friends call me Wednesday because I, like, stare off into space a lot. And they're like... And they think I'm staring at them sometimes. I'm just like...
Starts doing that out of nowhere.
Like,
No, my friend does in class. Like, not, like, does, like, Wednesday thing. But Maxine, she'll just randomly, like, she'll just, like, stare off in the distance like this.
mm-hmm.
It's, like, for 2 minutes straight. I'm like, are you good? She, like, doesn't respond. I go, hello? Max. And she'll literally just, she'll, like, to joke around, like, when she's like, oh, wait, she's talking to me, she'll just randomly do this. Like, no, you're not allowed.
I have too much trauma from that.
Yeah. But I guess that basically is it.
But... I keep saying but after every question. I don't know why. But...
Okay.
While acting, who has been, like, your biggest supporter, like, in your family or, like, any of your friends or...
Biggest supporter in... Okay. Gosh, that's a hard question. Oh, I know. So I have this one friend. Her name is... She's actually one of my best friends at school.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a grade below me, but so nice. She's, like, the biggest supporter I have. And my parents are both super supportive, but,
Mm-hmm.
like, she is crazy. I told her, I said, guess what? She said, what? She loves Taylor Swift. I don't know why. I mean, I love her too, but
Same.
she comes up to me. I said, guess what? She goes, what? I said, remember that audition? She said, yes. I said, I got the main character, and before I could even finish it, she, like, full-on hugged me so hard and started crying. I was like, are
That's
you
so
okay?
cute.
I'm proud of you. I was like, oh, love you. She's so nice. I would, like, and he was my hero. I'm gonna try to find a photo of her. Why is she not pinned? How rude.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, one of my friends tackled me because I got Taylor Swift tickets, and she tackled me, and she's like, you better give them to me now.
I've never been to a Taylor Swift concert.
I
Or
went
any concert.
in 2nd grade. It was like, I have some embarrassing pictures. Would you bring back Billy from the dead if you had, like, the chance? In, like, Stranger Things.
I would, because I feel like he deserved better, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, him and Karen, I was not very happy about.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was a good person. He just had a traumatic childhood.
Yeah. I would bring him back to stop Max's suffering.
Yes. Poor Max.
I know.
Sorry, Maxine.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Good question. Either France or New York.
Yeah, I really want to go to Germany for some reason. My dad was like, why?
Why not?
Why not?
Dad. I'm part German, so that's cool.
That's cool. But where I really want to go is either Germany or Spain, because my dad lived in Spain for like 9 months, which was pretty cool.
Millie was born in Spain. I know everything about her. They're like, okay, so how much do you know of Millie? I'm like, I know everything. They're like, okay, what's this? This. What's that? This. How do you know all this?
Exactly.
Because I am her.
I know everything about this one actor. His name is Theo James. He's on my channel a lot. But, like, I know his birthday and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
My mom was like, you're a psycho. You're a stalker. And my brother was like, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to be stalking him. I'm like, I'm not a stalker.
Like, just an idol.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I am with Millie. They're like, you're too obsessed. I'm like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then stop looking at Draco Malfoy.
Funny thing, I've actually never read or watched Harry Potter.
Me either.
Because, like, my friend, she's so obsessed with it. But she was like, you should watch it, because I got a Harry Potter book for my birthday, like, last year. Or, not last year. My birthday was a couple months ago.